How do I build a project that triggers music when someone walks through a doorway? You know, like those really cool spy movies, but instead of heisting, we're gonna be musicking. Techie Tiger, I love that idea. Yeah, let's do that. So, where do we start? We start simple. There are lots of different sensors that can detect movement, and one of my favorites are IR Breakbeam sensors. So, cut to camera 1 and camera 2, and also Arduino. Yay! Okay, so camera 2 is showing our electronics assembly for a very simple approach to how to trigger music when someone crosses a boundary, like a doorway, or maybe they're going to try to take a cookie from the cookie jar and you want to alert yourself when this is happening. Interesting. Okay, so these sensors right here are called IR breakbeam sensors. So the breakbeam is kind of self-explanatory, right? It has some sort of beam, and when it's broken, you're like, ah, the beam is broken. Breakbeam. The IR part stands for infrared. And so to our eyes, it's invisible. There are certain animals that can see infrared. Basically, infrared is kind of like heat. It is just below the visible spectrum on the electromagnetic radiation spectrum. And so for us, it's really handy dandy because that means we can have a sensor that doesn't interfere with our eyeballs, but that can measure things happening in the physical world. Fun fact, garage doors are the safety mechanism. You know how when you like walk through the garage door and it stops closing on you and you're like, yay, thank you. Those are typically built with IR breakbeam sensors, or at least they used to be. Things are getting really fancy and intelligent these days, so who knows. But these are tried and true way to detect motion through a specific barrier, basically, which is the breakbeam. And so this one on the left is our IR transmitter. So this emits a beam of IR light. And then this is our IR sensor. And so this receives the IR beam of light unless it is broken, maybe by my hand or an index card. And then in that case, you have, it's kind of hard to see, but on this sensor, you have a white wire coming out, and that is the sensor pin. And so that's how we detect if the infrared beam of light is broken. Pretty straightforward, right? Okay, so like any project, we're going to start super duper simple. And our first goal, which we will try to accomplish in this video, I'm pretty confident we can make it happen. We'll see how it goes, is to write an Arduino program that just reads in the breakbeam sensors. So we want to take this sensor pin and detect whether or not the sensor is broken. Okay, so we are starting in VS Code in the Platform IO extension, which I really, really love. And I also have a nefarious purpose of trying to use AI to write electronics code because number one, I've taken a break from electronics projects for a while and I'm a little rusty. That's okay. It comes back quick. And also we don't have to always know all the things, right? So I want to be lazy and refresh my memory by using AI. So I am going to ask the AI, help me build an Arduino program that reads in an IR breakbeam sensor. The sensor pin is attached to Arduino. I attached it to Arduino pin 2. That is digital IO pin 2. Okay, let's see if the AI can write some code for us. Uh-oh, we're getting a little warning sign. Oh, okay, that's all right. That was something else that I did. That's not related to this project. Okay, so, in the meantime, we can clear out some things. I don't need that. This is just a generic program that comes with Platform IO. I suppose I could have kicked this off and then explained what IR breakbeam sensors do, because sometimes the AI takes a really, really long time. So just a little bit of info on the what's happening here. Oh, look at that. Boom. Okay. So if we want to add some specific context, we can add specific files to the chat. We can switch in VS Code. We can switch between different modes. Cursor is also a tool that is very similar. They built on VS Code, and then VS Code is like, oh yeah, we'll do that too. Anyway, so you can run in agent mode, and agent mode allows editing of files like what you see here. Ask mode does not allow editing of files, which can be really handy if you're trying to make some sort of sensitive or really important change and you don't want the agent to mess things up. Edit files, okay, I'm not sure how that's different than agent mode. It's probably slightly different. And then you can also generate plans and then use those plans to implement more complex approaches. Okay, so let's see what our agent wrote. So everything in red it deleted and everything in green it added. I really love that it tells me. That looks pretty reasonable. So we are going to upload. And now we take a look at our Arduino to see if the lights flash. They should flash when it is uploading. There we go. All right, cool. Those lights are flashing. That's a good sign. Okay, so it is now indicating that it has been flashed, and I want to open the serial monitor. We're going to have a lot of things in here. Okay. Okay, so serial monitor is now on the desktop, or if you can see some words, that's really cool, through my handy helper magnifying glass. Okay, waiting for beam interruption. Boop. I see nothing. I see nothing. Womp womp. Nothing ever works on the first try, right? Okay. All right, I think that's working. There we go. It was the wires. All right. Okay. Don't need our handy dandy multimeter, but it's always good to have it as a backup. Yay! Okay, so now we're triggering, but it's always fun to have some sort of physical reaction to an action that we want to be kind of invisible, right? So what I am going to do is I'm going to connect an LED to the Arduino, maybe. Boy, this breadboard has like the input holes are a little bit off. Oh, it's hard to attach things to it. All right, so we are going to get more wires, and I wish that I remembered, I think those were the ones that didn't work. So we are gonna attach ground to the LED. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of wires in the way, huh? All right, so we have ground. Let's just double check. Yep. And then we're gonna attach the voltage pin. Oh, I need a longer wire. Let's use this white one. Oh, it's a little cattywampus. Let's use a different white wire. Okay. Now we're gonna do pin 3 for our LED. Hey, that rhymes. That was not intentional, though, I promise. Okay. All right. Yay! Okay. It works. Yay. Now I want to attach LED that turns on when the Breakbeam sensor is triggered. LED is attached to Arduino digital pin 3. And we'll keep the change. And we'll save. Wow, that was fast. All right. And then we upload. There we go. that's bright. That's so cool! Yay! Oh, I love that. Oh, maybe we can have Ticky Tiger bounce in. Oh! Delightful! I love electronics. This is so fun. Okay, so that is part one of our Breakbeam sensor project, or basically I want to trigger sounds or maybe some sort of action when someone passes through a threshold. What do you think we should trigger? There are lots of different possibilities, and secret whispers, I'm gonna actually install this at an event in the summertime. So if you want to help me figure out what to do, it might have something to do with cookies and people coming to get cookies for free. And I want to trigger some sort of action when they reach in to grab a cookie. So what do you think? We could play some sounds, we could turn on lights, we could, like something could pop out at them. We don't totally want to scare them away from the cookies, but something maybe silly and fun and whimsical I'm always a big fan of. So let me know if you have any ideas. I will also noodle on it, and we will come back next week and work on it together. Yay! All right, thanks very much for joining me. Please let me know if you have any questions about this project, using AI to code, or Arduino projects or STEM topics in general, and we can add them to the list of things that we tackle and learn together. Thanks very much for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Bye!